I'm just waiting for people to show up, and I'm sharing out. So if anyone's watching, give me a second. Okay. Mm. I don't know if anyone's there. Just give me a second. I'm just posting this. Let's see. Okay. Still seems to be quiet. All right. Hey, Going Green Mom. Hey, Diva. Sorry, I was just sharing out. Move my keyboard out of the way. How are you guys? Just grab the cards I'm gonna use. Let's see. Just doing some shuffling. See if I'm here. Oh, it might be a quiet day. And that's all right. Yeah, I pulled out some cards here because I pulled out a few decks here. I don't think I'm here, so I'm just going to set this aside for now. But I am going to take out these little dragon cards. Did you bump your camera? Only showing half the board. Yeah, it's probably. There we go. We can show more of the board. I was doing some shuffling around earlier with my, actually I have the camera, normally the camera's over here. It's over there, so you're seeing that side. That's what the issue is. But I hope that straightened it out. Oh, if it's quiet, it's a blessing. So I'm only going to stay here for a little while. It's just us two. But we'll play it by ear because I got off to a slow start the other day and it was a lot of people. Or I felt it was a lot of people. So how's everybody? We're going to do some Dark Mirror Oracle cards. I normally don't whip these out, but I feel like sometimes we need like a in-your-face type of reading. Does anyone have any questions? It's only us two. Does anyone want to focus on something specific? Because if it's just us two, now's the time to take advantage of my time. Let me get the lighting right here. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. It will help if I keep my Addicted just came out. That's for the collective. No, I'm good. You need to get productive after this. Okay. Let's just do some cards then. Let's just do some fun cards. So I got these little dragon tarot decks. I was watching somebody's, I think, Facebook Live, and I had ordered these. I've had them for a while. To be honest with you, I forgot about them. And then as I was cleaning my desk area, I ran into them. So let's pull you guys a card. So going green, let's see. We have kindness, but you know, treat yourself kindly is what I feel that that's meant for. And I love that it came out with the boundaries card. So, you know, it's important to keep your boundaries and treat yourself with kindness. And sometimes treating yourself with kindness is having boundaries. Right. Okay, I just read your questions. I've had various readings, weird readings telling me to focus, but seems to be focused on lots of stuff. The patience dragon just showed up for you. You need to have patience. Don't worry about what the readers tell you. When we tell you to focus, or if I'm doing like my general read for a sign, it's just the overall feeling. So what I want you to do is focus on what's most important to you, what you feel you can be productive at. You don't have to wear yourself too thin trying to do too much, right? One task at a time. When you see yourself accomplish that one task, you'll feel so much better that you'll add more to the pot. But don't overwhelm yourself, because then you won't do anything. Again, have patience with yourself. Right, so going green, there's a lot going on with you, right? I'm actually having a name repeated over and over. So somebody's telling me to tell you the name Sarah, 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 Sarah. I don't know who Sarah is or was, but it should be a name you recognize, and it's from someone. I don't know if they're close to you or if they're no longer here, but they just want me to bring that up. So let's bring up the tarot cards here. Yeah, see? There's a lot, the Two of Wands here. There's a lot of choices and decisions that need to be made, but this person needs to focus. Focus on what she's taking with her and what she's not. That's what I was saying, one task at a time. If you can accomplish that one task at a time, the world is yours. It's up to you. Devo, do you want to focus on any area? This is the Supolunaris. I think I kickstarted this. If I didn't kickstart this, then I got it on Etsy, but I'm pretty sure I kickstarted this deck. Okay, and I think it's in relation to the earlier live stream. I'm not well, that's what they're letting me know. So they, for some reason, they want to mention that name. I don't know the advice they gave you, or if they gave you any advice, but they're telling me for you to use caution, right? And that is what they're saying. Thank you for clearing that up, because I don't even know sometimes it's not, it wasn't the spirit stepping forward. It's my spirit guides saying the name Sarah. So when a spirit step forward, and I don't claim to be a medium. I actually don't like to do mediumship. But I do hear my spirit guides. So when my spirit guides whisper a name to me, it has to have some type of relevance. I don't always know if they're here or not anymore. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you for joining me. Work, please. Work. All right. Let's put these in my little holder here. Yeah, work is a battle here. Work is a struggle. I mean, we do have this Nine of Pentacles here, clarified by that Seven of Wands. And when we talk about the Seven of Wands, it's a protection mode. It's self-defense. You feel like you're fighting all the time, fighting against something, maybe fighting against the money you're receiving. You are going to have a breakthrough. If they're going to give you a little something, I don't think it's going to be anything grand, because we do have that Three of Pentacles here, but it is going to help you. It is going to open up the new world for you. Now's the time of instinct. Right, and here, of financial growth. So, you know, whatever they're asking of you is going to work out in it's going to work out for your betterment, if that's a word, in terms of finances. But I think overall, we are the masters of our own fate. Here's the Devil card. Here's our own anxieties in terms of work, right? So this is something that, let's look at this card. Hold on one second, because I want you to see this depiction. Right? I like that this feels like you're drowning, right? That devil is what's keeping you underwater, and that is mainly how the devil is us. We're keeping ourselves suspended in animation, is what I want to say. Again, just keep working hard, keep your head down and working hard. It is going to pay off. It's just not going to pay off in, you know, in money that we would like to see. You do have the Ace of Swords there, and it's about, you know, going after what you want. It's mental clarity. It's putting things in perspective. I like that it came out on top of that Magician card, because you need to know that, you know, we ultimately are in control of ourselves, which it doesn't control our environment. It controls the way we view our environment. Here's, you know, the Nine of Swords. I'm not surprised, along with the Devil card that came up. You know, it's a struggle. It's a struggle mentally. It's mentally taxing on you. But here we have another Pentacle card. Make sure when you're at work, you're keeping some things to the chest, right? It's very important for you to keep things to the chest, especially about how you feel. You know, I know you know, there's not many people we can discuss things with. And so I think we even need to make sure we're just limiting that scope, because the walls have ears there, especially now that things are opening up. And here's the Two of Wands again. You know, it's waiting for results. It's making a choice. It's just a holding pattern here, which further reiterates that suspended in animation feeling. Hey Taylor, let me start writing names down, because some people are showing up here. So I did Devo, let me write Jennifer, Taylor. Okay. I am going to give you some dragon cards, because again, it's only 5 or 6 of us in the group. And if you like a reading, just, you know, let me know if you like one. Bear with me as I enter these cards back. If you've watched me before, you know I just don't put them on top of one another. I like to place them in various, so that way if you know a card is repetitious, it is meant for you, even though someone else just got a reading. So Devo, let's give you some dragon cards. Taylor, you're gonna definitely gonna get a reading. So like, I would probably, if it starts getting busy, because I'm gonna try to spend more time on these lives, I will ask one of you guys to help me moderate. Well, here it is. There's a celebration card coming. So there is going to be cause for celebration. Again, I don't think it's going to be anything grand. Make sure you know how strong you are. Sometimes you don't feel you are strong. And slow and steady wins the race. And this is how you get past that suspended animation stasis period in your life. Again, we have these two dragons with the red, with the green, and then we have the red and the green. Make sure you're just taking care of your heart and your spirit. Okay, so Jennifer, do you have a question? Taylor, do you have a question? You can, thank you for liking and subscribing. Taylor. Jen, do you want me to answer anything specific? Well, thanks, Going Green. I think I'm good right now, but if it gets busy like the last time, I'm gonna start asking for help. Taylor, post your question. Jennifer, I'll just go. Jennifer has been around for a very long time. I feel very comfortable just reading for her. Where am I going? Yeah, let's go with the classic deck here. Okay, work, school, life. It might be all of it. Now you guys are gonna get extra cards because when it's less busy, you know, I just go. I don't know who's gone off, but Taylor, I don't know if you're still with me. Please, if you are, please post the question. While you're burning both candles at the end, you feel exhausted, you know, you feel mentally exhausted, you need to get some rest. You really do need to take care of yourself, especially in terms of your health, because I am getting stomach issues with you here. So more work is coming for you with that Ace of Pentacles, but you know, you do have this Tower card here. So don't get afraid of the Tower card. A Tower card just means something has to end for something to begin. Maybe that's in terms of you getting more work from somewhere else versus where you are working. That's not a negative thing. You need to focus, because this Empress card in your reading is telling me that you are, again, not focusing on one thing at a time. You're doing too much, and this is why the Tower card could be present. Also, you could be spreading yourself too thin. They keep wanting me to mention your stomach, and I want you to take care of your health, because that also, you do have a lot going on. That could also represent that Tower card. If you don't lay down, the universe will lay you down. Speaking from someone who has high blood pressure. Some further clarity. Listen, if this hasn't happened already, someone is going to basically stab you in the back. That's why we have this Tower card. It's going to hurt. It really is going to hurt. But now that you heard it from me, it'll take there's less sting in it, right? If you are prepared. You do have the Three of Rods with that Ace of Pentacles. So you are going to grow financially, and it's something that you're going to go after. It's something that, you know, that you're going to make happen, because you have, you know, you got your eyes set on the prize here. We do have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, see, victory on top of finance. You're going to be fine there. So if you haven't heard about what you feel is going to be a betrayal or someone stabbing in your back, you're gonna hear about it soon enough. You have the Knight of Swords not over here, you have it over here. So there is a male figure close to you who's going to assist you. I don't feel like he may not necessarily yeah, I think it's a female. I think a female is going to betray you, but you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I don't think this male is necessarily negative. I feel like the hurt is going to come from a female person. You have the Nine of Rods here. Like, rods are wands, right? So when we see the Nine of Rods, it's maintaining boundaries and persistence. Make sure you are persistent. Keep going after what it is you know you want in terms of your finances. You have the Eight of Cups here. The Eight of Cups, if you don't get the rest you need, you're going to have this feeling like you just want to just leave it all and give up. And you cannot give up. You have to keep moving forward. I want to pull another card here. Yeah, it's a relationship with a female. You've known this person for a while. And again, it's going to bother you. It may not be the end of a friendship or whatever relationship you have. It just means that, you know, you're going to have to speak up and stick up for yourself. That was Jennifer's. Taylor, I'm on to you. Did you post the... Taylor, I don't see your question. It's someone you know, someone you care about, because we are only hurt by the people we care for or care about. So, okay, I don't see it on my screen. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying that for some reason, my view doesn't show me your question. And I apologize for that. You know, I am using... a certain app, and sometimes for whatever reason it'll hide a comment. I'm not trying to be funny, so if you don't mind reposting your question so I can give you your reading. Well, things are going to go well in terms... I want to know about Michael Ellis. Give me money. You want to see if when he's going to give you money? Okay. Now, in terms of timing, I don't know if the tarot is going to answer in timing, but we can try. Okay, so my spirit guides are tapped in. They don't feel that Mikkel's is gonna give you money. They don't feel that Mikkel is gonna give you money, right? Because they're telling me there's some type of delay, whether it's a purposeful delay or he's just acting funny. Okay, so the cards, however, say that you are going to get a little bit of money. It's not going to be the money you expected, right? But you kind of have a funny feeling. That's why you're asking about this. You have two cards here, right? So you have good instincts yourself. You really need to listen to that, because your instincts are telling you, yeah, your instincts are telling you listen, don't count on the money from him, right? Your instincts are telling you you may get money, you may not get all the money that has been talked about, but you're going to get money from an unexpected place, because we do have the Wheel and the World card along with the Empress. You're going to come up with a way to get this money, not necessarily from him. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe another male, you're going to be able to get this money. I was going to say find this money, but I don't feel like it's going to be all for him. I think he's going to give you a little bit. It is not going to be what you wanted or what was promised to you, but you are smart. You have this, you already, I'm being told you probably have a plan B already. Like, this girl has a plan B. She always kind of has a plan B. So think about your plan B, right? Because at the bottom of the deck here, we do have this 5. So it's not going to be what you want. So it's quiet. So does anyone have a question? Jennifer, are you still there? Let's give you a dragon card. Taylor, I'll give you a dragon card. You do. Yeah, they were like, she has, yeah, you have like a plan B. So you're, ultimately, you're going to fight. Jennifer, you know, again, here, fun card. Fun meaning, remember I was talking about you resting. You know, you need to have fun. Are you playing soccer again? Or are you doing something still that brings you some joy? If you've shied away from that, you need to get back to something like that. Here, mystery. This is what I was talking about in terms of that other energy that came out here. And you, also the patience card. Stop being too hard on yourself. You know, things gonna open up based on that center reading I gave you in terms of finance. So just be patient. It will come when you least expect it. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Yanni, sure. Taylor, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm gonna give you some dragon cards. The original Yanni, do you have a question? Or you just want a general? Taylor. Taylor, make sure you're not over drinking. Everything in moderation. And I'm not saying, they specifically told me drinking in my ears, so make sure you're not drinking heavily, okay? You also need a realignment. Focus on your goals. Realign what it is you're trying to accomplish, because this is why things are not working out. Rethink that plan B. Always have a plan B, but rethink it. Something needs to be adjusted there. So let's see here. The original Yanni, do you have a question? What your spirit guides want you to know. Okay, I'm just asking my spirit guides if they can reach out and see if I can get something here. But I will pull tarot. Okay, they're telling me that somebody's having issues with, so this is gonna, I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor. So what I'm going to say is that I feel like a heaviness on my chest. So I don't know if you're experiencing some chest pain or if someone around you is experiencing some chest pain. The advice is always to go get that checked out, right? I'm just listening. That's why I pause and I stop shuffling. Because when I hear my spirit guides, I don't know if you ever played that game when someone has headphones on and you word something, but it's muffled. That's how I hear. So I have to stop the noise. Okay, so they also are telling me you're a very mistrusting person, right? And then you need to really analyze why that is. Because it's almost to your detriment why. It's always good to be reserved. It's not always good to be too mistrusting. And I feel that you have missed certain blessings because of that mistrust issue. I think that's what they're trying to tell me right now. Right. So here's what we're talking about here. I'm using my Black Mirror tarot to see what your spirit guides have to say. And this is what we're getting, right? So the black flower, but look at where she's holding it. This is when I was talking about that mistrust, right? It's almost, and the fact that I was mentioning some type of chest issues. First of all, they really want you to, or whoever's having that issue, to visit a physician here. There's something that is causing you an obsession, and I think you need to step away from that, because I think, again, it's unhealthy for you at this time. And this is why. Hold on, let me plug in my phone, guys. Because you feel that you're fated to suffer. My hair is jacked up. If it comes into this camera, I apologize. That's why I don't show myself, because I can be with some jacked up hair on camera. Please don't die. Okay, am I still live? Am I still live? This is the obsession, right? You know, that thing that we are thinking about, that fated to suffer feeling. I think that you really need to look at that. And this is probably why I feel like you have that mistrusting spirit, because you have been hurt, and for you, that's almost what it feels like. My guys are telling me that you have a lot to offer, right? It's something that you don't always see and you don't always feel. Again, you know, because these cards can be dark and I was drawn to use them, is because you have periods of that dark thoughts, and that is what's poisoning you, and that may be the feeling that I'm getting. Don't go anywhere, stay with me. So, just bringing out my cards here. Right. I'm also getting very hot, and listen, I have a blanket on my lap because I was freezing cold from the air conditioning. I am absolutely scorching hot right now. And that's because of the concern my guys are giving me in terms of you, right? So they are stepping forward heavy. So there's things that I won't discuss online, right? You're frozen in your past abuse, hon. Frozen in time, suspended in animation, fated to suffer. You're going to be okay. You really are going to be okay. We need to think about things on how to turn that dark into light for you. I'll speak for myself. I was abused. My mother was abused. My mother left my dad. We were homeless. Right? I'm 46 years old. We went into a women's shelter with me and my siblings, with nothing but the clothes on our backs. You can turn that dark into light. My abusers have no power anymore because I took that away from them. I forgave them. I don't have anything to do with them. My father passed away. But I took that power from them. And that's what you need to do. Find the strength to take that power from the people that hurt you. Sure, Jeanette. Let's give you a dragon card because I really like these cards and they're cute. And then I forgot I even totally had them. Let's see. Whew. Right. This is you. This is you in stealth. Stealth position, meaning that you hide who you are. You hide your true self. You're living in that darkness. But it's your time to shine. Come out of that shell. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to be hard. It is hard to just be happy. So you have to start with the little things that make you happy. If it's doing a puzzle, if it's watching stupid YouTube, because that's what I do when I'm in that funk, because I get in funks too. I listen to something stupid. I watch Looney Tunes, old cartoons. I watch something I watch Dave Chappelle, just something stupid and dumb that brings me a little bit of happiness at a time. How many decks do you have? I have at least 56. And I say at least because on the table I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on the table. I have, you can see a little piece of this wood holder here. It has 7 compartments, and I have decks stacked that I can easily grab. Jeanette, do you have a question? Start with the little things. Little things that make you happy, little things that bring you joy. Walking in the park, picking a flower, taking a leaf off a tree. It's hard to, when you've been in pain so long, happiness feels foreign and you push that away. You watch sappy rom-coms. Okay, for, you know, Sandra Bullock from my rom-coms are awesome. Your brother, Jeanette. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but it's a sibling. Because as soon as I read it, brother. So, you know, it could have been a miscarriage. Well, what happened to you at 9 years old? Because, okay, so like my spirit guides are coming forward. So, I will word things here because sometimes these readings could get personal, and this is public information. So he came to you when you were 9 because you needed him, and then again at 21 because you suffered again at 21 years old. So that's why he's showed up. He's very protective over you, I can tell you that. You know, he's your protector. I can actually see him. It's your brother that's stepping forward. He's very protective over you. So if you just wanted to call someone, if you just want, well, he's your brother. Boys will be boys, but he is very protective over you. Would you like some tarot cards? This is why he shows protection over you, because we do have the anxiety card here. This is anxiety, this is nightmares, this is, you know, feeling sad. So this is why he comes in protection, because there are those feelings. You may have just wanted to call someone in spirit, but you called them for a reason. You know, as a 9-year-old, you just don't decide, you know what, I'm just going to conjure up or call. It's somewhere in your psyche that you needed someone to step forward, and that's why you called. You know, sometimes subconsciously we do that when we need a friend, when we need to reach out, when we want to feel energy. You do have the Magician card, so that tells me that you are very gifted and you can call. But if you're just calling to call, you need to be very careful here and make sure that you are in your protection, because when you open up a portal, you have to be prepared for whatever walks through. So you just don't want to be a vessel of openness. So be very careful with how you're directing your energy, right? Because you also have the Hierophant card. You are very connected. I don't do mediumship. I can, but I choose not to. So if people forcefully step forward, then I have to mention them, but I normally don't do mediumship. It's just not something I am comfortable doing. Interesting you said your husband, because here is the next section here. So here's that anxiety. And unfortunately, him passing away, it was a rebirth for you, right? You had to do things different. Who is the Emperor Spirit? Do you have a new person in your life? Is there someone on your mind? If not, there is an Emperor Spirit stepping forward. I wonder even if that's his spirit here. You know, was he an in charge type of person? You know, was he a leader? All right. A lot for you to learn about that, because you do have abilities. I suggest, I suggest that before we do that, we learn as much as we can. We learn how to protect ourselves. As sensitive is very important, because we have the tendency to keep things with us. You don't want to do that. Yeah. Think about your husband, guys. So think about your husband in good times, or you know, however you want to, but we all have to learn how to move forward. And again, I've had a lot of loss in my life, and I know that's difficult at times. Yeah, my internet is going in and out, so I'm actually going to sign off. I think you were the last person anyway. But thank you for joining me, and I'll do another one of these lives. Bye, guys. This internet.